don't really know how to start an intro, so until I get in the groove of things, I guess, hello. What's annoying me is that I hope my neighbors don't hear me. It's so weird to talk to a camera and know that other people can hear you. It's killing me. Hi, I guess, I don't know how to talk to a camera. Rambling. So, I don't know, I just kind of had, like, an idea of a topic that I wanted to kind of talk about. Something very minimal, not really that serious. And just kind of do this video, while I put on my makeup. But anyway, the topic that I kind of wanted to talk about is bitter baby mothers. And I don't know, I recently seen a post. Well, this is a continual post that I see quite often by multiple people, and that the opinions are always the same. And I know the whole, if it don't apply, let it fly, but I know this thing is probably going to come about at some point in the near future. So a lot of people, for those of who may end up watching me or watch me that know me, my child's father is incarcerated, and from him being incarcerated, I don't know if I'm putting too much on, I don't know if I'm putting enough on, I don't know if I'm putting it on right, but it's my first time using it, and I'm on camera, and it makes me a little anxious, so So anyway, so he's incarcerated, and he's been incarcerated on and off while we were together. I know, weird flag, I should have been gone. Nobody has to tell me twice. I was dumb. I was 21 in my second relationship, the second short-term relationship. So that already kind of gives you a hint that I wasn't with my child's father long before I became pregnant. And from that, I seen huge red flags early on in the beginning. We clearly have issues as it's just people who are two different people, just in general. And then when it comes to parenting, he has literally just about never been a part of that. He has made attempts and stuff like that, but nothing to give him applause over. Not from me and my perspective. And I want to give or show support the best way that I can, for him to be better at being a parent, more specifically a father. So once again, God damn it. I don't know, it's killing me because my eyebrows are just nasty looking. When I say nasty, my hair is everywhere, and it's not because of quarantine, because I do my own eyebrows. It's just that I have dull razors because I haven't gotten any in forever. And so yeah, they're unruly right now, and it's killing me because I really have to finesse this brow. Without making it look crazy, which to me it already looks crazy. So my child's father has been in and out of jail since before we were together. Honestly, it's just a whole story. I can tell it, but that's not what I'm focusing on. And just heads up, I didn't know. I should have known because there were signs that were a little clear, but I'm naive, never been in too many relationships, not knowing what to expect as got bamboozled for life. Not necessarily him, just life. So I'm probably all over the place, but so the guy has been in and out of jail. Once again, I'm saying it again because I'm a rambler. I don't know how to talk. So, and basically, like I said, the topic is better baby mother, and that's what I don't want to be labeled when shit hits the fan, because more than likely it will, on the basis of, like I said in the beginning, he was never a caretaker. He didn't take care of her for the time. It's a backstory. I probably should give a little detail behind it, but basically, he went to jail. Jail on his own terms. He did criminal activities on his own terms, and that's what landed him in there. Now, mind you, he was incarcerated while I was pregnant, and he was released 2 to 3 months after she was born, and I'm all over the place. Released 2 to 3 months after she was born, and I felt like he was impressed with her simply because she was biologically his. And these are things that I didn't fully share with him, like not that part, because I'm not for everything that I know. I feel like I'd have to deal with telling him the truth about how I feel about everything, and about him. I mean, I've exposed some truth to him, but not enough. I feel like I got too much foundation on this because I don't usually use this, and it's kind of irritating me because it's white. The brush is white. I know I shouldn't have got white brushes because I feel some type of way instantly. But so I'm just gonna place this about elsewhere, whatever's left on the brush. And so just because she was his, and from that, I feel like he left because he wasn't ready to be a father, which is understandable. But you can lack and I cannot. I feel like the saying about mama's baby's papa's baby, it's not just to apply to the fact that you are always going to be biologically connected to the child because you had the child, obviously, right? But I think it also applies to the fact that you are, because you biologically have this baby, you are officially tied to this baby. Yeah, there are deadbeat mothers, but the statistic, not looking it up, so I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that it isn't usually as high for women compared to men. And in that sense, I feel like he was able to not do his duties freely because of that. And I didn't give him that leeway because I tried to tell him to be there. I tried to tell him to be a father. I tried to, give him that warning that, hey, I don't feel like you're doing enough. Especially for somebody who is just getting home and supposedly super concerned about, his child and being a father, from what he's telling me. And jail talk. And, while being incarcerated, I feel like, because I'm looking at myself on camera and I feel like I'm not feeling this shade on me anymore. I don't know. I guess after I play it back while editing, I can decide. But this topic is really important to me. Well, I said in the beginning that it wasn't that important, but it's important to me because of multiple reasons. Yeah, continuing. But I really feel like he's like in that department because of that, and what else? I hate when I lose my words, but he's like in that department, and he continued to mess up along the way, and I believe got incarcerated another time. Not long after some situations happened where we were living with his mom, and then okay, I'm gonna lose this out. Okay, maybe I'll get back to it in the future. Okay, so basically, like I said, in and out of jail so much to the point where he was incarcerated while I was pregnant, wasn't there for the birth, got out after she was born, and hardly did his job for the short period that he was out. Because if I'm not mistaken, he ended up back incarcerated for maybe a month or two. And then by the time February rolled around, he was back incarcerated. Now, mind you, through the span, so much shit has happened between me, him, and his mom. And that's unsettling. And it wasn't about being bitter. It's about giving chances multiple times, and you constantly screwing it over by not being there. So you choosing to walk away, and me constantly giving chances. How many times am I supposed to give chances when it involves a child and you're doing right by her? And I'm sorry, I'm constantly looking out to the side. And you're supposed to be doing right by her, and you don't, and you choose not to. And you put yourself in a situation to where as though you become incarcerated from doing criminal activities after she was born, despite knowing you have a child that you should be caring for, that you weren't proactively caring for, despite all the excuses. From there, he's been incarcerated ever since. Currently to this day, he's supposed to be coming home soon, I guess. And I was supposed to put more conceal on, but I forgot. But so, so yeah, he's supposed to be coming home soon, and constantly there was these talks about and wanting to see her and yada, yada, yada. And it's so much, that has happened before, with his mom and I, with him being also an underlying issue in the situation that me and his mom, had going on, which I really wish didn't happen because just some things weren't her pleased. And she didn't fully understand that, I don't believe, because, she allowed herself to not understand it. Because she felt like, because it was her first grandchild, that she kind of, certain things should be certain ways in terms of the way that she wanted things. And I don't know, I felt very indifferently, and we already had situations where, she and some others weren't on his side of the family that weren't very understanding about the role I wanted to play in motherhood and not really play the role that I had to be in motherhood. Because I felt that I didn't want to be like the parents that, and it's not to speak down on anybody's parenting, but I didn't want to be like the parents that raised me, and I didn't want to be like the parents that raised him. I can't speak on how he was parented, but there's also some signs that tell me that I should do my own thing when it comes to parenting my child. Of course, at the time, when keeping him in mind, is that we're going to do this together. We're going to work this out. We're going to be our own kind of parents, and we're going to take heed to what people tell us and, listen and pay attention, but we're going to do with it what we may. So it's our decision in how we raise our child. As long as we're not hurting, harming, or abusing our child in any type of way, we should be fine. There are going to be struggles. So, within that, some problems ensued between him and his mom. Because he, despite telling me one thing, it was still a thing where it's like, I don't want to cross my mom, even though they didn't have the best relationship, which is still understandable because, like I said, I hardly knew him. And that's just being honest. And I did live with him or them for a little bit of time. And I shouldn't have. Life lessons, but golly, some things you just should not do. And I didn't know. I didn't know that it would be bad for me. Just kind of want to live my own life. But anyway, so like I said, up to date, it was issues about him wanting her to visit while he was incarcerated, and there was issues with that. So yeah, hope that looks fine. So yeah, so from that I lose my track of mind. It's so hard to speak on camera, and I hope anyone who's watching this and trying to sit through this can bear with me. It's so hard for me to talk on camera and sometimes in person because I just kind of want to be understood, and it's hard for me to process the information in my head and spit it out. And I just treat it like talking to a mirror because I do that sometimes because I have a hard time talking. That's why I do it. I'm not crazy. But so, I don't believe that he understands the predicament that I've been in for the past 6 years. And so many people are involved and have been invested in the growth of my motherhood that they also know his wrongdoings and where he fucked up at, and it has nothing to do with cheating. That I feel like he holds me. He holds that to me. Like, he felt like because he felt guilty about the wrong that he has done to me, involving the cheating and involving him not being there as a parent, that he holds that to me more so, and feels like, well, I'm not letting him be a father because that's my grudge against him because he cheated and, all of that other stuff. So anyway, so now the situation is that it is so much stuff. I really want to kind of go into a glimpse of detail. It's like a lot of stuff and it's so overwhelming and it stresses me out. It's been stressing me out for 6 years. Matter of fact, probably, I guess, 7 if you want to include pregnancy, about him being a father. And I wanted to constantly give him chances, but I just realized that I just don't want my child to be hurt in this process. And people like to call women like me a better baby mother. Now, of course, no one has called it because I haven't displayed my story. But I don't know if you can come and get her. But the thing is that he hasn't been coming to get her. He hasn't been, and I'm talking about while he was home for that short period amount of time, and he has had her a few times, or I'm gonna say probably like maybe 2 months worth, and that's not including the time that I lived with him for about 2 months while he was home, literally 2 months while he was home, that I was still living there. Because I was living there before he got home as well, for a short period of time. And it's like I said, it's so much details that I'm leaving out. I could have a whole story time on my whole ordeal with my child's father. So, yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't there, and he had excuses all the time. And people want to do this whole, well, if he asks for him, why not? Like, they call it, well, you get your break, or, give him a chance. And I have fears about giving people a chance who fucked up before, although I kept giving chances. And I felt like because I did it because I did it with the relationship. And doing it with the relationship, I felt like he could start over with his daughter. And not start over with me, but start over on a good slate to be good to his daughter, after he fucked up. And then from fucking up and to continue to fuck up, and I'm just like, damn, how many chances am I supposed to give you? You know what I mean? And it's tough. It's really, 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 really tough to decipher that. And another thing that lingers in the back of my mind is like, how will other people judge me that I'm not letting him be a father, even though I let him be a father? He just didn't, take the opportunity to be a father. Urge. He didn't take the opportunity to be a father, and is that my fault? Even though it was his decision, you know what I mean? And it stresses me out so bad. Yeah, so like I said, it's a fear. Not a fear, but I feel like it will be used against me. He texted me, but I could see him. But it's a fear that I feel like it will be used against me, that I don't let him see his see his kid, and that, I guess, in ways I'm going about this like completely wrong, but I don't know what, like, is it my fault? Like, should the blame be on me or should it be on him? And so the arising thing is that also I'm not setting my face with powder. I might, but I don't think I will. I'm gonna set this contour. I don't think I want to use this brush though. No, I don't want to use this brush. That was weird. I don't want to use this brush either, to be honest. I should have got another one of these. But I'm going to go ahead and use this. Because I'm going to go back and use this. Try something else. Maybe. Go. Blush on a while. So yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like, oh my god. Anyway, I don't know, like, will I still be ridiculed even though I feel like he did it to himself? Like, he pushed himself away from his daughter to the point where she doesn't even know him at this point. So when he is requesting to get her, it's like, you gotta let me know that she knows you and not on just some, hey, I know this is my biological dad, because that is what she uses, because I'm letting her know, you know, this is your biological dad. You know, that's fine. This is your dad's name, yada yada. Maybe I will set. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling. I feel like it looks good, but then there's like places kind of don't use smoke mommy on my nose, but I think I'm about to. I don't know. Every time I try to do my nose, like, I'm so subtle that it hardly looks like anything. But so, yeah, like, am I wrong? Like, will I still be ridiculed despite him setting up the situation for the situation? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. My nose is very textured right now. It's killing me. But yeah, I don't know. And so yeah. So anyway, with the current state of the world with quarantine and everything, he thought that, you know, he'd be able to come home and be able to come to my house and see Devin. And I'm like, no, we kind of decided on something beforehand, but I don't think we talked about the, you know, what should be happening right now given, you know, quarantine and everything. I feel like that is ridiculous for me to just be like, okay, sure, why not? This is fine with me. And on reality, it's no. I really don't feel like putting on shadow because I really know that this is really going to be long. And I just kind of want to just go in with Mokamami, I guess. And just see what I can do with this. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I like some feedback. Please try not to be negative. I listen to all thoughts and opinions. It's not to say, like, again, like, it's not to say that I'm going to take your advice, but I understand your advice and try to utilize it the best way that I can. So just know that your advice will not be unused fully. You know, I'm going to take it, I'm going to understand it, I'm going to try to learn from it and continue on with my life and how I'm going about this situation. I just need a de-stressor. I need these opinions to de-stress me. And I want them to be honest and truthful. And yeah, that's how I feel. Like, and then he asked something about like, hey, how about I come see her and I'll stand in front of your screen door, or, you know, I can't give her a hug, you know. And I'm just like, he doesn't understand. It's so much that I'm leaving out, and I don't know when I edit this. I hope it's enough. If not, I may just come back and try to make sense of what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I'm just gonna complete the rest of this look on camera and catch me at the end of the video. So here's my completed look. Nothing extreme, something super basic and simple. I took way too long to make this video. Just kind of put it out there. I'm gonna try to get better with, I don't think it really has much to do with confidence, to be honest. I mean, it might, because I feel like I do lack that, but it's just me. It's always been me, and it's no. Because when I was super young, before, I was worried about having confidence when you have all the confidence in the world, because that's not something, the lack of or the gain of, or, you know, it's not in your mindset. You know, confidence, it was at a time where confidence wasn't even a part of your vocabulary, when I had all the confidence in the world. But yet again, I was still very shy and timid. And I feel like it still is something that I exude. And I'm really trying every day to work on this. And I feel like having this channel and making videos, despite trying to give little details about my life that I feel like are going to overpour into other parts of my life, and in order to kind of avoid it from being catastrophic, I have to kind of talk about it a little bit and try to express my feelings. I don't have therapy right now, so I'm allowing this to be in my venting session when I come on here, I guess. So I'm gonna try to get better. Hopefully doing this will allow me to become better with that. And so, I don't know. hopefully I can come on here and do more makeup and talk through. Probably have to do voiceover, and maybe I feel more comfortable with it, but I have a problem with my voice. Excuse me. And how I feel about it. So that might not work as well, because I've tried it in 2 other videos and it wasn't working. So I like the look. It's very simple. Nothing extra. And yeah, I should have did my edges. I really should have did my edges. I was going to do my edges, but I forgot. And I already said this is the look, so I'm just running with it at this point. Maybe if I can do my edges without messing up my makeup really quick. Be right back. Well, I tried to do my edges. Obviously I was messing up my makeup. I don't feel like fixing the makeup because this is coming right the hell off. Like, I'm about to get ready for bed. It's late early in the morning, and if you're anyone like me, you know what that means. So, yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share if you feel like it's a topic worth discussing with other people. If you are in a similar situation and it's kind of hard for you to stress out to people, because a lot of people are very adamant about, bitter baby mother, and they don't know the whole story, or especially mothers who co-parent so lovingly with the father of their children, or vice versa. Feel like it's a bitter situation, and it's more so always with the mother than it is the father. It's like, the father is not going to be bitter in this situation, but whatever. These are so many different topics bundled up into one. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you don't like the video, if you don't appreciate the video, if you feel like you are one of those people who are put in these situations and you don't like your business being put out there like that, from my point of view and from my perspective with my own situation. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Subscribe if you want to hear stories about me and my life. And I guess see me be awkward on camera. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an intro or an outro. I'm like the worst for trying to do YouTube stuff. This is not gonna work for me. It's not. I already see it just being very, is the word stagnant? I guess. I don't know. I really kind of want to go ahead and what does stagnant mean, but I don't want her to hear me, really, to be honest. So, I don't know. Pray for my channel. Not even about it taking off. Just pray for me, rather. Pray for me. I need all the blessings and prayers. And, yeah. Guess I'll see you next time. Hopefully it's not too far apart from now. So,